Hey guys, Ogud here. As you can see, I'm playing some more CubeWorld. Today I will be doing a guide for you all on why it's so important to go to towns. Well, not so much why it's so important as to what important things you can do in towns. This is my main character right here, Lord Frogsby, and his trusty steed, Bo the Peacock. So yeah, let's head into town. If you don't know where a town is, first things first, press M to pull up your map. If you just spawned to the game, you should see a town nearby you on the map. It'll appear as like a town icon. You won't see the icon in my game because I've already discovered it, just like how you see these icons for new areas that I haven't discovered. But anyways, you'll see a town icon nearby. You don't really need to head to it immediately because you won't be able to really do much until you at least get your first level up and get some money. But once you kill some enemies, get a level up and get some cash, then be sure to head to town. Another thing I want you to do, as soon as you get to town, zoom in quite a bit, because when you zoom in, all the store icons show up on the map right here. You see all these little icons everywhere? Uh, Normally, you're not going to be looking at your big map like that too much, but once you zoom in, all the little icons will show up on your mini map up here in the corner. You see? There they are. But yeah, so let's head into town, and I will tell you what each shop does and what each little crafting area does. Alright guys, here we are at our first stop, the inn. There's usually a ton of these in every town. Just so you know, before I carry on, every town is randomly generated. They're all completely different. Usually one town is generated per each new biome that you enter. In my world right now, there's only this one town that you can see, but I've actually gone pretty far out in this direction over here. I don't know why the map won't show you that I've gone out that far, but there's actually a town called Gami that sits on an island that's in the ocean biome all the way out here. But whatever, enough of that. So yeah, towns are random, so don't expect the same thing in every single one. But yeah, our first stop is the inn. Pretty explanatory. You can go to the inn if you're hurt, and usually you have to go upstairs where the beds are. You can just hop in a bed real quick, and if you look at my health, it's raising. And just like that, heal yourself. Another super useful thing that inns are good for. Sorry if you see me getting caught on the interior of the building. The camera angle is kind of odd. But yeah, another extremely useful thing that inns are good for. If you talk to the guy downstairs, it'll make that strange noise, and what it does is it resets the day. So if it's getting close to nighttime and you don't feel like going outside at night, talk to this dude, just like that, and the day will reset. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to inns. Pretty self-explanatory. Next up, we have item shops. You can easily identify these item shops by the potion sign they have out front. If you're familiar with like old RPGs, you'll recognize a lot of these symbols or icons or whatever you want to call them from older games. But yeah, let's hop into this little potion shop or item shop real quick. Typically, they're like general stores. They sell just general miscellaneous items. Let me talk to her. They sell all these, like I said, miscellaneous items like glass flasks and lamps and stuff. You need flasks for potions, but they also sell recipes and things like that if you want to do some more advanced crafting or you see a recipe on there that would be advantageous to your class. Typically, at the beginning of the game, you're really only going to come in here for these glass flasks used to craft potions, but I'm sure you'll see a lot more use later on. But yeah, that's the general store, or item store, typical item store. Hey guys, here's our next stop. This is the weapon shop, which you can identify by the sword sign. Again, pretty easy to see, just like all older RPGs. So let's go inside and see if they have... Oops, did not mean to get on my mount right there. Same button to open doors. Oh gosh, again? There we go. So let's see what they have for sale. I don't think there's anything in here that really interests me, but I'll explain how things work. The first time you come to a weapon shop, you're going to be wondering how you're going to be able to tell what weapon you can use. On the left side of the screen is your stats right here. What you want to pay attention to the most is your power. That's your power level. My power level is currently 36, so if you look at all these numbers down here, I can use any of this gear up to 36. Like, see how this is 34 and this is 38? You know, I can use the 34, can't use the 38. I also can't use the 38 because it's a rogue weapon, but you get what I'm saying. Uh, when you first start off, you're power level 1, so there really isn't much you can buy here except these dinky level 1 weapons, which you should probably start with your inventory anyways. Once you get your first level up, you reach power level 5, and you can actually come in here and buy useful things. So, again, don't immediately book it right to the town as soon as you start, because you're going to need at least one level and some cash to actually buy anything or do anything. So yeah, this is the weapon shop. And here we are at the armor shop. Pretty much same thing as the weapon shop, you know, but for armor. Again, you can tell what it is by the chest armor that's on the sign outside. Let's go in and look at all of the wares that this person has. Or to talk. Again, same as before, you want to look at your power level when looking at what items you can use. Again, I probably have the best armor I can use right now, so I'm not really going to scroll through this. But just like every shop, all the items are going to be completely random. Just like every world is going to be completely random, and every town is going to be completely random. So yeah, that is the armor shop. Alright guys, and here we have the identify shop. This one's a bit different than the other ones. If you've ever played a game like Diablo, you know that you have to identify, you know, unidentified items and stuff like that. And that's exactly what this lady does. Just to show you, let me pull up my inventory real quick. If I go over to this icon right here, which is your items, you see things like this. They're called leftovers. You get them randomly as drops. Pretty much think of that as like an unidentified item. You go to a place like this. Let me talk to her. Right click on the item you want identified, or the leftovers you want identified, and have her identify it. As you can see, I got good iron shoulder armor plus 5 from that, which to be honest, probably isn't all that great compared to what I have. Yeah, it definitely looks cooler, but see the cool little green gems on it? But again, it's not as good as the armor I currently have equipped. But yeah, that's how you use the identify shop. Okay, now that we got the shops and the basics out of the way, let's talk about how the towns are set up. So pull up your map real quick, press M, and if you look at your town from above, you'll see that it is broken up into 4 districts. I thought that was a district right in the middle. But no, there are 4 districts. You have your trade district, where you do all your trading. That's where you'll find all the shops. I'm in the trade district right now. You can tell by these little trade booths that are around me and all the shops and everything. There's the trade district. There is the crafting district, which is pretty important when you're crafting items later on. There's the adventure district, which is where you go to level up your classes and learn new techniques, things like that. And the pet district, where you can go get commonly found pets and pet goods. I've never really been to the pet district. I actually stumbled across this peacock pretty early on, and it served me quite well. But, you know, I pretty much already described the trade district. You know, it was just those shops. So let's go over to the crafting district, where I will teach you how to craft and show you what awesome things you can do in the crafting district. Alright, the first place we're going to visit in the crafting district is the forge. You're going to be coming across this place a lot, because you're going to be coming here every time you want to build an item from your recipes or just customize your currently equipped weapons. So yeah, let's just hop into it real quick. First thing we have here at the forge is, well, the furnace, the forge part of the forge. You pretty much need this if you ever want to build anything that uses metal. So just hit R on it, and it'll bring up your formulas or your inventory. This is pretty much just your formulas menu, things that you can craft here. As you can see, you can use ore, or you can craft different ores here with the stuff that you find in the wilderness, or different cubes, sorry. As you can see, I found a bunch of, I guess, iron ore, or iron ingot. I guess they call it nuggets in this game. Iron nuggets in the wilderness. And right here, I can craft them into cubes. So let's go ahead and do that. See this button down here that's a sword? Click and hold that down. Hold it down for as many of the items as you want. I'm just going to do all 6. Every so often you'll hear a ding sound. That means you got more than 1 for the item you were crafting. Like if you wanted to craft 1 iron cube and it dings, it might end up giving you 2 or 3 iron cubes. Anyways, we got our cubes. Over here, after you have all your ores or whatever you crafted over there, you can come use this anvil, which is R. Right here, you can go about making armor that you've learned how to make by learning recipes that you've either bought or found in the wilderness. I have a bunch of recipes right now, but really all the stuff that I want, or that I'm using, those are actually pretty good boots. I don't think I have enough for them though. Yeah, I don't. Dang. Well, I was going to tell you guys that I already have all the best equipment I can equip right now. Apparently not. Apparently I want to craft those boots at some point. But yeah, this is where you go if you want to craft stuff. Now the coolest thing about the forge is the bench. The customization bench. I come here a lot. Now pretty much on the left side of the screen, you're going to have a weapon customization box. It's going to be empty when you first open the bench for the first time. But if you right click on your shield or your sword, it'll show up in this box. Now what you can do is you can customize how your sword or shield or whatever you have equipped looks. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that right now. I think you can have up to 16 or for some items 32 additional blocks you can add, but right now I think it's just 16. I know it's really hard to see because the chat box / combat log thing is in the way, but I've already used 12 of 16 spaces on this sword. So let's go use the other 4. So just click on your iron cube and then put it wherever you want. I'm actually going to make the hilt or the handguard on the sword a bit bigger. So I'm going to add 2 blocks to each side. And there, I added a bigger handguard. I'm at 16 of 16 spots, so I can't add any more. But if I click on my shield, I can add stuff to this one. So let's add something right in the middle. Oh, I don't think I can. I kinda can. We'll just do 3 right now. I was going to try to make like a spike coming out of the center of it. But yeah, that is how you customize the appearance of your weapons and items. Now if you look at my sword, it has a bigger handguard on it that I made, and my shield has those things on the front of it that will one day be kind of like a spike coming out of it if I can make it look right. But yeah, that's the cool stuff we can do here at the forge. Here we are at our next stop in the crafting district. This is the mill. Currently I don't think there's actually much to do here besides get wood blocks. Just come over to the saw, click on the wood cube, and again hold down this button. Click it if you want, I usually just hold it down, and make yourself some wood cubes. Now I guess typically you'd go over here to this workbench and you'd make something here. But I don't really think there might be something in the game you can use, you can make out of wood. But right now, I don't really see anything that I can make, which is unfortunate. I bet later on you might be able to make like boats, or maybe even like a little house or something. But yeah, this is the mill. Really not much to do here right now. But yeah, let's move on. And here we are at our last stop in the crafting district. The tailor, I guess is what you would call it. You can identify it by these scissors. I realized right after I left the mill, where you do all the wood crafting, that workbench is probably where a wizard would go to craft, you know, new staves or new wands and stuff out of wood. It just didn't occur to me because I've only played as a rogue and a warrior so far. But I assume that, you know, the forge is for warriors, the mill is for wizards, and this tailor is probably for rogues because they use cloth armor. Again, same as the mill or same as the forge, you just use all the equipment here to get the supplies you need to make yourself some new armor. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, the forge, I think, is the only place you can go and actually customize the appearance of your weapons and things like that. But yeah, that does it for the crafting district. Now, right before I walk into the adventure district, I want to show you guys something. Usually, in an area like this, where a bunch of villagers wander around, you can sometimes find a villager with like an icon above his head. If you walk up to the villager and talk to him, he will tell you like a location and mark it on your map. That's generally a good area for you to go to level up. To be honest, I think I actually saw a villager with the icon over his head walk into the item shop. So I'm gonna walk in here, see if I can see if I can find him. Oh, I think I just walked right past him. Yeah, what's he have to say? Actually, I have already explored Anlom Forest, but he marked it on my map anyways. But yeah, just like that. Let me find Anlom Forest. It's pretty far out here. Anlom Forest is actually right around here somewhere. There's Cello Forest. I think Anlon's like right here. I've definitely been there. It's just my world doesn't want to load that stuff in right now. Huh. Oh, never mind. If it's further back than I thought, my bad. It's pretty... Jeez, I didn't realize how far out I've been. But yeah, there's Anlom Forest. He marked it on my map, even though it was already marked. And it's blue, which tells me it's an area that's slightly above my level, which means it's a good place to grind. But yeah, let's go to the Adventure District, which I think is like right here. Oh, look at that, Adventure District. There's really only one thing you can do in the Adventure District right now, and that's to go into this big tower here. If you go into this big tower and talk to who's ever inside, they can adapt your weapon. Now what that does is it improves your weapon to meet your current power level. Just like at the Forge, how you could customize your weapons and craft new weapons, here in the Adventure District, at this big tower, you can improve weapons. Why they didn't do this at the Forge, I don't know, but this is how you do it. I've yet to actually do this, because for me to adapt my sword to my current power level, which really isn't that much of a difference, I go from 9 point whatever damage to 10, it costs 22 platinum coins. I don't even have 1 platinum coin. I don't even know where you get platinum coins, if it's like something that enemies drop, or you have to forge it, or what. I don't know. I'm sure I'll figure that out later on, but you're here for the basics, so that's what you're getting. But yeah, if you get some platinum coins, this is where you go to improve your weapons and stuff. Now, scattered around the rest of the Adventure District are, I guess, trainers for each class. Just like this guy, he's got a long sword, and it looks like he has leather armor, so I'm going to assume that he is the rogue trainer. Typically, I would assume you would just talk to him, and you bring up a menu that has skills you can learn, just like you'd find in MMO. But right now, none of that has been implemented. But yeah, that's the rogue. This is the warrior trainer. This is the guy I would talk to. Let's see. Looks like this is the trainer for rangers down here. And I think, oh, didn't mean to click. I think as I was coming this way past this inn, I saw the mage trainer, which is this guy right here, who trains wizards. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is in the Adventure District. I guess as you get higher levels and you get platinum coins, it becomes pretty important because you can totally upgrade your weapons. I'm sure it gets probably pretty expensive down the line. But yeah, next we are going to move on to the Pet District. Alright, last stop for my guide, the Pet District. Honestly, not much to do here. Unless you really want to get like a pet like a cat or a dog or something like that, maybe even a sheep, there isn't really too much to do here. I'm sure plenty will be added later on, like maybe like to get they'll sell the required food items to get your pet, or they'll sell like food items that will give you a boost or something like that. But honestly, right now, not much here. So, I mean, you can explore it if you want, But again, it's really, there's not much here to do unless you really want like a cat or a dog. Personally, I myself, I'm quite fine with my peacock. Thank you very much. Boo. So, yeah, that does it. That's the end of the guide. I'll be doing another guide for you guys. It will be a wilderness guide where I will show you where to go to collect ore, how to tame a pet, and how to collect food, craft food, all that good stuff. If you like what you saw, please subscribe. This is a brand new channel, and I would love to get some new subscribers. I had an old channel that I kind of shut down, and I've been trying to find some people to watch my videos. Yeah, stay tuned if you want to see the wilderness guide that I'm going to do. Thanks for watching.